The MBA application process is often referred to as the MBA admissions race, and it can indeed feel like a race. If you're applying to a competitive MBA program this year, you might feel like you're sprinting towards the deadline with the determination of an actual athlete. Yet it's not simply your own race against time. When you're applying to the most selective MBA programs in the world, you will find yourself surrounded by a pool of very impressive candidates, each hoping for that coveted spot in one of the world's best MBA programs. It's a race where intelligence, resilience, and a dash of audacity can become your trusty companions. And chief among them is your mindset. But what is a mindset, you may ask? Let's look at the definition. The dictionary tells us that a mindset is the established set of beliefs or attitudes held by an individual. And this is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Having been part of MBA admissions for the last 15 years, I continue to see beliefs about the MBA admissions process that are not just untrue, but can sabotage your success during your MBA admissions journey. So together, let's delve into the realm of MBA admissions and uncover some of the biggest misconceptions that can hinder your progress towards creating a really strong MBA candidacy. I will use my experience as a former dean of MBA admissions to help you understand and avoid these pitfalls so you can position yourself to approach the MBA application process with a sense of opportunity and curiosity instead of fear and overwhelm. So let's explore these misconceptions together, equipping you with the knowledge and confidence you need to navigate the MBA admissions process. At the start of your MBA application journey, you are anxious to know what your MBA admissions odds are. That's understandable, and it's also smart to seek ways to gauge your odds of acceptance into a prestigious MBA program. But what if I told you that the worst thing that can happen to you is to entrust this assessment to one of the numerous online MBA assessment tools, MBA admission evaluation tools, or MBA profile evaluation tools? But why, you may ask? Let's look at what happens when you use one of these tools. These tools consider various factors such as GPA, standardized test scores, years of work experience, and sometimes a guess as to how strong your extracurricular activities might be, and also how strong you think your essays are going to be. These tools aim to provide applicants like you with an estimate of their chances of admissions based on some historical data, applicant profiles, and program-specific information. While these tools can offer some insights into strengths and weaknesses, especially with factors like GPA, test scores, and years of professional experience, time and time again, I have seen their inherent limitations render them practically useless. But why, you may ask? Isn't the MBA admissions race largely determined by statistics? The answer to this is no. The most important thing for you to remember is that the MBA admissions process is holistic. Every part matters. Business schools care about all the facets of you. The term holistic means characterized by the belief that the parts of something are interconnected and can be explained only by reference to the whole. But the online evaluation tools don't have the capacity to think about this complexity. They're formulaic, they rely on an algorithm. And as someone who has spent more than a decade working in MBA admissions, I can tell you with complete confidence that MBA adcoms do not rely on a formulaic approach when they determine who to admit. Let me share two of the worst examples I've seen lately when it comes to online MBA admissions evaluation tools. In one, your odds were increased if your recommender had an impressive title like VP or even more senior. In another, your points for work experience were capped at a single-digit limit because, according to the creators of the tool, more work experience actually hurts your MBA admissions choices. So if you're a candidate with 10 years of experience, you were told that this is actually something you have to overcome. Both of these assertions are simply wrong. Following the first can result in a very suboptimal choice of MBA recommenders, and trusting the second can discourage you from applying to your top schools based on a completely unfounded belief that MBA outcomes look unfavorably on more experienced candidates. Why are these two claims wrong? It's simple. They don't reflect the actual reality of the MBA admissions process. Behind these prompt tools is an assumption that MBA admissions is formulaic. This is an understandable mistake those without actual MBA admissions training often make. So what should you do instead? The answer is you should do your own homework. Research the class profiles of your target programs. Certainly look at the statistics, but go way beyond that. Consider your overall background and your career trajectory. Take stock of your most notable leadership accomplishments. What makes an MBA candidate truly competitive is the essence of a compelling background, personal and professional experience, and unwavering passion for solving business and societal problems. And it's exactly that essence that completely eludes the grasp of these MBA admissions evaluating tools. They neglect the unquantifiable that is by definition the very magic that makes each applicant unique. So please don't let an algorithm deflate your belief in the strength of your MBA candidacy simply because it is incapable of seeing your substance and your story that you can capture and convey to the MBA outcome through your MBA application. Now, let's turn our attention to the second misconception that frequently arises within the MBA application process. This misconception involves the false notion that the MBA application is a puzzle. This perspective can drive you crazy as an MBA applicant by making you believe that you somehow must acquire and meticulously arrange specific pieces, each molded and contoured to fit seamlessly within some imaginary picture of what a successful MBA applicant looks like. It fosters this misguided belief that there is a singular set of characteristics that guarantees success. However, this puzzle analogy fails to capture the dynamic and holistic nature of the MBA application process, which thrives on the individuality and authentic narratives of you as an applicant. Equally harmfully, it can send you on a quest of looking for, or in some instances, even manufacturing, pieces that you simply don't have in your background. So what should you do instead? Rather than reducing the MBA application process to some rigid jigsaw puzzle, it is crucial to recognize the multifaceted nature of a compelling application. It's also a more inspiring way to think of your MBA story. The MBA admissions process, with its holistic approach, presents a remarkable opportunity for self-reflection and authenticity. So instead of perceiving it as a rigid puzzle, it is far more appropriate to envision it as a collage. You can examine the pieces that are part of your true essence and that are integral to your identity. Each piece represents a significant aspect of who you are, intertwining in a natural way to create an overarching narrative rich in leadership, accomplishments, challenges, and personal growth. As you navigate through the MBA application process, the collage approach allows you to work with the means at hand, the parts of your background that are true to you and that reveal your unique journey. It empowers you to start from a place of introspection and honesty and let the collage of your experiences and aspirations paint a picture of someone the MBA outcome wants to invite to the class. Now, there's one more misconception that I want to talk to you about. As you browse the online conversations about MBA admissions, a worrisome picture can emerge. I call it you against the outcome. It instills fear that the MBA outcome will use any of your shortcomings as a reason to deny your application. The very word gatekeepers, which is often used in the world of admission, implies that someone is there to keep you from getting in, a bouncer that turns you away. So you end up thinking of the MBA admissions process in an almost adversarial way. You end up consciously or subconsciously looking for ways to get the better of the outcome. You're led to believe that you somehow have to outsmart them. This mindset can prevent you from approaching your MBA application with a sense of possibility. Over the course of the last 15 years, I have met, talked with, and worked with MBA admissions colleagues from every top business school. And here's my message for you. The MBA outcome is rooting for you. Yes, they want to give you an opportunity to show them all the amazing facets of you. They also read to admit, meaning they're looking for reasons to say yes to you. Now, this is not the same as saying that they will admit everyone. The very nature of the MBA admissions process is that there will always be more qualified applicants than there are seats available. But the MBA admissions teams are not looking for ways to trip you, trick you, or catch you doing something wrong. Your journey to an MBA is arguably one of the most important endeavors that you're going to undertake in your life. It's important to walk through your MBA application process with a sense of curiosity and possibility instead of uncertainty and fear. What I'm asking of you is to set any cynicism aside and embrace the process. Think of every single part of the application as an opportunity to shine a light, a bright light, on who you are as a candidate and how your why, what, and how are genuine and compelling. Prioritize sincere effort to build a strong candidacy over tricks, shortcuts, or secret formulas. There are none. Finally, this brings us to my last point. At the very heart of every MBA pursuit is a dream, an aspiration to improve your future. That dream can be exhilarating, but the MBA admissions process can be excruciating too. Target scores may not materialize. Your resume might seem light on leadership or impact. Writing your umpteenth essay draft while your friends are out on the town partying will make you question if the dream is worth it. So here's my advice. Don't rely on inspiration. Lean on discipline. Schedule your work and do it, even if you have zero desire right then and there. Attend that MBA coffee chat, even if it's the last thing you want to do right now. Write a crappy first draft. You can fix it later, but you have to start first. Even 10 minutes spent working can bring progress. In 10 minutes, you can draft a new paragraph for your MBA admissions essay, or you can fix the clunky transition in the most recent draft. But you need to spend the 10 minutes it takes to do it. What I'm asking you to do is show up. And if you need a space where you can fill up your tank for the MBA journey, I have a community of driven and determined MBA candidates that you can be part of. Because don't forget that I too am rooting for you.